going to try it with the lights out for a little bit and get a little ambiance going. But I got people joining. Chris, welcome to the channel. And had a really nice weekend. I did a little lake party and barbecue. So today they came back to do some fishing because last night they got a ton of really good fish out of my lake. So nice having company 2 days in a row. I think tomorrow I got to do some lesson plans and then I'll also relax a little bit and finish up a couple things. Got to watch a baby while they went out on the paddle boat. But what'd you guys do this weekend? And as more people log in, we'll get into the nitty gritty of the subjects. And like I said, you guys can talk about whatever you would like to. And the channel I deal with on YouTube, A Soul Survivor Cynthia, deals a lot with mental illness and mental health, things that people struggle with, different relationship issues. And Ryan and Eric and Emre, good to have everybody. Look at G joining in. And invite Mimi to join live as a guest. I don't know if you want to. Hi, Mimi. Good to have you here. And Vestal, you've been on my mind today. And thank you for the love. Good to have you guys here. How's your day going, everybody? Vestal has telling me, go ahead and hit that like button. Oh, you got the little box in the back. It's my granddaughter's birthday coming up, so got a little gift for her to send. But as far as going back to school, we had these hopes and dreams. And hi, let me see what your name is. Is it M? M, I remember you from before. Good to have you back again to the channel. Vestal says, I find myself to question if I am a narcissist. And can I ask what it is about you that you are questioning? And then we can get into it. I know a little bit about you. If you want some of my insight, feel free to let you know. Your birthday is next month. I was thinking about that earlier. Yeah, we'll do a little birthday celebration for you. And so was it by a therapist or who was it that told you? Let me get that box out. Who told you that? Because a lot of times you'll hear that from people who are mad at you. So sometimes it can cause us to kind of have some self-reflection. It was by a patient. Now, patient when you were, was that when you were in a mental institution? I told you, I get you and the other one mixed up a little bit. I think you said schizoaffective and bipolar. Autistic, right? Schizoaffective and autistic. Is that correct? And I got to plug my battery in real quick for the phone. So I can't wait for your birthday. There we go. It's the end of the month next month, isn't it? Is that correct? So we'll definitely have to sing happy birthday to you. And Bill is here and so is Donna. So which patient was this that told you that you were a narcissist? And, sometimes people do have good insight, but sometimes, we all have narcissistic tendencies. So you are saying, Vestal says, will you make a music video? Why do you want me to make a music video? I did one. I sing in one of my videos. And Mimi, October 27th. We're getting rid of the mermaid hair. I've been out at the beach all day. October 27th. What day is your birthday on? Do you know what day it is? Get all those tingles out. Some comments, you guys are already being mean. Some comments in this live were filtered to protect the community. Oh my gosh. And Jody, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. So I'm curious, why do you want me to make a music video? I don't think I'll be doing that though. It's on a Sunday. Okay. So I had to log in a little early, but we can do that. And hi, Lily and Peter. So Vestal, just so you guys know, I have YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok open right now to kind of get the conversation going. And please correct me if I'm wrong, but schizoaffective and autistic, right? And somebody's telling you that you're a narcissist. Now, I believe you were diagnosed by a psychiatrist that was helping you, but we all have narcissistic tendencies, and sometimes there's overlapping with that kind of stuff. So I know you had some really good questions. I want to make some videos for you, Vestal, asking the difference between like a mental illness and a personality disorder. So I'm trying to get it in the right way to say it because there are some differences. And thank you for the follow. We're trying to get to 10,000. So everybody that follows really helps me out. So that was a good question though. Like, what's the difference between a personality disorder and mental illness? And like, what kind of came to my mind, trying to put it in like a simpler terms that you can grasp is, so I'm a Christian, and me telling somebody that being Jewish or Muslim is wrong, they're going to believe what they're going to believe. They're going to believe that their life is fine, it's working for them. And, even though I'm in the majority, as far as in America, there's more Christians, it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm correct. So a personality disorder is where they kind of believe like everything's pretty much just how they want. They don't see that they're doing something wrong. And a lot of times it's working for them. It doesn't become like even diagnosable for narcissism, which is really mind-blowing. Everything else is you either have this or you don't, but until it causes like distress in their own life, it doesn't matter how it deals with the other people. Until it causes distress in their own life, it's not considered narcissistic personality disorder. So as the analogy, you can't say who's right or wrong. Now we're getting a more narcissistic society where eventually I think there's going to be more narcissists, and that's going to be the norm. And thank you guys for following. I appreciate that. Oh, you guys are awesome. Feel free to hit the love button and share this with more people. But I'll make a video on that to get a little more in depth on that, because that's a great question. And William is here, and Big Cat, Steve. And we just had our little cooking show a couple days ago. And the party went great. And they ate that entire cake. And the dip that I made, I used a packet of ranch dressing powder, but I found my dill Hidden Valley powder, which is exactly what you should use if you're making that dip for vegetables. It's so good. So you say, so then be kind. It comes back to all who are kind. And sometimes it takes a long time, and sometimes the people we're kind to aren't necessarily the ones that we get that kindness back from. So think you wander. What is it? Wander and Jer. So this is how I see it. I teach a class on, like helping others. Sorry, I got pop-ups coming, people. Okay, my sister's sending me a message. Sorry about that. So back on topic. So I give this example of, walking to school, and you help this girl over this big old wall so you can keep going to school. You help her every day. You're helping her. And finally you ask her for help, and she's like, screw it, I'm not going to help you. But then off in the distance, somebody saw you and they come over to help you. So sometimes even just by people watching us, so that girl didn't help back. We're going to get that in life. But usually it gets that ball rolling and it falls into place. Mucho felicidades, Edu. Much happiness to you. Gracias. Grazie. Is that, and to, let's see, would that be, is that Spanish? It's so similar to Italian. So yeah, definitely it'll come back to you. Number says, Mimi, have you put your feelings in song? Numbers loves music. And Mimi's like, no, I haven't either. So you're in Kentucky. I am in Michigan. Good to have you here. Oh, what's going on? Guys, I've been working on this. Hopefully. Okay. Let's see if it comes back. This is going to annoy me. Can you guys still hear me? Dang it. I was scrolling through TikTok. Did that lose connection? Because I've been trying to fix my phone. I got this little alert saying that I have a virus on my phone. And I was just scrolling TikTok. All of a sudden, it gives you these apps to download. They're downloading things on my phone. And so I turn it off right away, thinking, it's going to be a scam. Silentium, hello. YouTube recommended me. Welcome to the channel. I love hearing that. So yeah, we're just opening up the discussion. Whatever you guys want to talk about, nice to have you here. right now we're talking about, narcissism. And Vesta was saying somebody called him a narcissist. Phil is here. Aloha. There's my aloha. And guys, this Pandora thing. Oh, this is making me mad. I don't know how to fix this. Maybe you guys can help me. TikTok. So I'm scrolling through TikTok. All of a sudden it gives me this like virus alert, and now it's acting up like crazy. I was hoping to see that it would connect and stay. So bear with me. I'll fix that. Silentium. I am nice. You seem nice too. I appreciate that. But yeah, I've been doing this for like 2.5 years and certified trauma coach. I'm a teacher and, dealing with the mental illness. I see so many people that are really struggling. And I also see like the destruction of relationships and even just the people. After you've dealt with narcissistic abuse, it causes actual brain damage. And I know, Mimi, I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to, hold on 1 sec, guys. I might have to log off for a little bit. So try studying. The implications offended me, so I responded with sarcasm. What implication? The implications? Numbers, what did I say to you? I apologize. Please tell me what you mean by that. Because I didn't call you anything. I was asking a question and trying to answer your question. So the implications from that other person offended you. So sometimes too, when we take things to heart, we can, it's kind of like that reactive abuse sometimes too. We hurt people back. It's a defense mechanism. Sarcasm, a lot of times it kind of cuts down that interaction. Selenium says, I lived with a narcissist, but didn't realize for years. My ex. When was your moment of realization? Because yeah, sometimes it takes years, decades. And Mimi says, I'm tired already, and it's barely 8. Well, it is almost 11 here. I know. Did you have a rough day today, or was it just a busy day? The patient. Okay, so the patient. Good. I was like, what did I say? So as far as numbers being a narcissist, you can deflect it. If it doesn't connect with you, you don't have to absorb it just because somebody calls you that. Sometimes there might be a lesson, even if it's not full-blown narcissistic personality disorder, where you can kind of focus on what did I do, and even just that little sarcasm thing. Maybe you can handle it different next time. So, do you connect with that? Do you feel that you might be? So Mimi had both a busy day and kind of a bad day. They are good at gaslighting. Exactly. And I don't know what's up with this phone. Bear with me, TikTok. Dang it. I might have to log off for a little bit. Honestly, over 10 years. I believe it. And did you, something happen and you started realizing it? Or was that only after the discard? Sometimes after the discard is when you start realizing it, or they keep their secrets hidden for so long. Some of them are really good at that. I'm going to try not to touch my phone and see if that keeps the connection. I don't know. I cleared out my cache and I don't know. Maybe I'll just go buy another phone. I don't know. Do you guys ever get that where it says whether it's on your computer or your phone that you have a virus this time? Maybe I do. I don't know. Number says, I think you can get in a better mood, Mimi. And that's part of it. Like, we do need to take power over our thoughts and our directions. Sometimes it gets overwhelming, but there's times that we had to purposely, intentionally restructure our day. So Selenium says, it was over 10 years. He kept it hidden until we had children, until you were pregnant. I just did a video today. I wondered, did you like my little lettuce one? I just did a video today where it's kind of like this head of lettuce with my face. It's supposed to be like a baby or a toddler. And it talks about the narcissist. Sometimes they'll trap you with the pregnancy, whether it's a female or whether it's the male impregnating you. But a lot of times around marriage or around like a pregnancy, that they can change. They can change a lot. And I literally just found you and I'm subbing. Oh, good. I love hearing that. Look at this. I appreciate that. Sorry, guys. People are blowing my phone up. I appreciate that. So, it causes a lot of damage. The more that you live in this altered reality, the more dangerous it is for your brain. And that's why some of these people who try to stick it out, I don't know what's going on with that. So Mimi says, I'm okay for now, and lots of therapy. Therapy definitely, you know, just make sure that you're not just talking, that you're actually getting good advice. So many therapists are just like, tell me your story. And it feels good to get that out. Also, I've seen some therapists where, you know, they're validating your experiences, but to the point where they're not really helping you. I want to do a video about self-love because some of us are missing the point on what self-love is, to where we don't want to take it to like a narcissistic level or where it inhibits growth. Because there's times, you know, let's say you're 400 pounds and you're like, I love myself. I'm just me. And, you know, it's good to love yourself, but when it takes away from doing better to be a little bit more healthy, because, you know, you have to really realistically think about it. Is this the best for me? So when you love yourself, that's what it is. What is the best for me? You know, you can be an alcoholic. What is the best for me? Love yourself for who you are, and you have your struggles, but continue on with the growth and ask yourself, do I love myself to give me the best for me? I literally just found, I'm so glad you're here. But going back to that though, is that during stressors, sometimes even just a new place, new situation, that they just get like all stirred up. Sometimes, you know, just like getting a puppy. It's like, puppies are great. Crap, now I got to take care of it. Or selenium. Do you know, was it the responsibility, or you know, some men have that Madonna complex where once a woman has a baby, they kind of see her as like a mother or a baby machine instead of something sexy in their eyes. He lost control. Were the finances a cause of that too? What else was going on? What else was going on at that time? Mimi says, I'm not crying. It just keeps pausing. I know. I might have to get a whole new phone tomorrow. I don't know. I was doing some troubleshooting. Bear with me. Bear with me. I don't know. I rebooted it and everything. Just so you guys know, I got 3 platforms open right now so we can expand out, keep the conversation going. But my cell phone, something got infected in it, and now it's going over to this Pandora thing. Every time it acts up, it remove virus now, virus warning. You should no. It's telling me to install stuff, guys. This is so annoying. All right, let me do this let me undo this. Sorry, guys. No, because I love my baby. He couldn't control me anymore. Yeah, because a lot of times too, they get jealous. And gosh, look at this. Can you see it? I got this like warning. This is really bothering me. Fix your phone now. Check it out. What do you do with this? Have you guys ever had that? Otherwise, your Android will be blocked. Hey, Tracy, look, I'm having problems. My Android is infected. I don't trust this. It says it's from Google. HighLevelSafeguard.com. Fix your phone now. Run an I don't want to do that. I don't trust it. Do you guys trust that? I don't trust it. I tried to I do ignore it, but it's getting to the point where I can't really use my phone. I don't want to download anything. It's like, so Tracy, what's up with you? This makes me so mad. Buyer's for it. I don't know. Sometimes if you guys bear with me, see, it just keeps me bringing me round and round and round. Do you guys ever get that where you're on and it just brings you to this screen, starts downloading stuff? I just removed like a palm reader, other things to where it does it so quick. I don't even know what app it is. So I went through and deleted a bunch of stuff. If I could ask anything, I would like to know if we are going to lose our grandchild. What's going on with your grandchild? Tell me more. That's a scary thing. Let me know how old and what the issue is. And the power of prayer. Yeah, that's a serious question. We have custody of her. Mom is back. Tell me a little bit about the situation, and I can give you some advice. I've taught criminal law at Grand Valley State University. I've also been to law school, but I am not an attorney. I've been through like 4 custody battles, so I do have some exposure after 8 years. And were there any, did they ever give you full custody, or did they tell her, did she just leave? So mom is back, but how did she go? And did she go to jail or prison? What was going on with that? We don't mind shared custody. That's good. That's good. That can be helpful. So how old is the child now? Because the thing is, they're going to consider the child. So they're at least 8 years old. Are they like 10, 12, 14? That makes a difference too, because sometimes they might ask the child. If the child's about 14, 12 is kind of iffy, but the child is 10. Oh, it's still at kind of a young age. Selene says it would take a lot for her to get custody, and the child has a say. They will interview the child. What is at age 10, most likely the judge will interview the child. What do you think the child would say? Sometimes, and it doesn't mean that you weren't a good grandparent, but sometimes the kid might just want to go see mom. They have this little, I just deleted it, dang it. That they have an image of, perfect mom, perfect life, or just, in the UK, 10 is the age a child
If you are
can
not using
speak.
the career search
So they
insights
can
tool for-
speak, even in America. Where are you from, Selenium? Or Tracy? Where are you from? She's happy, but her lawyer disagrees. The child is happy, you mean? Oh, wait, you said, is it a boy or girl? I'm sorry. Canada. Okay. Wish she's happy, but her lawyer disagrees. Is a child female? Who is happy? The child is happy with the current arrangement of 50-50. So you currently have 50-50, and she's trying to go for full custody because she was. Selenium says with regard to where they prefer to live. The child's happy. Okay. Is happy with the current arrangement of 50-50. But she has friends and a life here as well. How does that work with the school? Do they, are you and the mom in the same school district? So like when it's 50-50, the child doesn't have to really move schools, things like that. The child is settled and happy. So this is the thing. We have to really be careful. Depends on the judges. I know it's a glitchy mess. Hang in there one more time. And if not, I will take a break and fix my phone. And I see people are mad. Keep me posted. Let's give it a try for just a little bit. If not, I'll log off and do some more troubleshooting. She is bused an hour. Oh, no, my husband takes her to school. Okay. Yeah. Let me log off of this one. This one's not going to work. I have to say goodbye to that, and then I'll focus on you guys. I don't want to keep bopping back and forth. All right, let me just say goodbye to these people. So guys, I'm going to have to log off, and I will redo my phone, and I'll try to log in about a half hour from now. Sorry, guys. Okay. How did it get to be where you had the custody? What was going on that they gave you custody? She went away for how long? The child's happy, so that's in your favor. Okay, I see. Drugs and social issues. Has she come clean? Has she come clean? And for how long? That makes a difference too. Is she proving herself, or is she still having issues? Are they keeping up? Social services took her away. So she's not completely clean. If she's not completely clean, that's good in your favor. Is she holding down a job? What's her living situation like? Because they look at that like the ties to the community and her stability. Who else is in the house? YouTube works. It's my phone. Yeah, YouTube works. She tested once clean. So how long ago was that? Because they got to keep up on that. So yeah, YouTube works. My cell phone got a virus, and it's going to take me a while to figure out what's wrong. I might not even be able to. A year. It's been a year since they tested her. Do you think that she would drop clean? Because that's going to be a big thing. Also, psychological evaluation. Does she have anything going on that would cause her to utilize those kind of things? We don't want her to lose out with her life here. No. Okay. And the courts are going to see what is in the best interest of the child. And you have a lot of good things going for you, is that you've had that arrangement for 8 years. And has the mom kept up for the 8 years? Did she come into some money? Is she getting married? What is causing her to want full custody now? Selenium says, what's her reason for wanting full custody, please? I just went through that too. Same minds think alike. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk to, you guys can ask some stuff. I'm going to finish up with Tracy, and then I'm going to have to relog in. I'll be back on in a little bit, but I want to help Tracy before I log off. Do you know why it's been a year since she's tested? I still have some OCPD traits. Yeah, OCPD, yeah. That's kind of habitual, and it's hard to break. It's almost like a need to do that. So Selenium says, I'm happy I found you. Thank you for welcoming me. I'm glad you're here too. And court, waiting on the trial. Yeah, so they're you can have your attorneys ask for a psychological evaluation. Just be aware that they'll probably ask you for one too. Or now instead of alcohol, she drinks. Okay. Unfortunately, well, Canada's different. America now allows that. Is that allowed? Is it a legal substance? We had it where it was medically allowed, and then now they have recreational, but there's some stipulations. But Canada, I would think it's still illegal in Canada, isn't it? 3,000 emotions, and DBT discuss all of them. Lots of emotions, yeah. Tracy says legal here, but because of her history, they watch it. Okay, so it is legal. Just like, drinking alcohol, if it's legal, it's legal. If you abuse it or do too much and it causes problems. So are you just hoping that there's what issues would you stand on? Would you stand on that she, this is where it gets tricky though, because you've kind of agreed, and I get it, I get why, but that she has that 50-50 custody. Has she been bringing the child late to school, or has she, been like cutting the child down? Is the child clean? Is the child fed? How is she during her 50%? Does she, there are some moms that'll take care of the kid and then go party when they don't have the child. How is she when she's with the child? I'm hoping she can have a 50-50 lifestyle still. Yeah. You have a decent chance with that. That's hard though, because you're the grandparent, and they might say, that how old's the mother? Is that your uh, son's girlfriend wife, or is that your daughter, or could be your husband's daughter? She's 31, and the son's girlfriend. Oh, okay. What, is your son involved? And is the son and girlfriend still around, like together? Because I was hoping for, hopefully your son's still involved, both addicts and domestic violence. So this is the thing with them being addicts and domestic violence. So when you say addicts, it's stronger than that stuff, right? Yes, but they keep it hidden. Yeah, if there's any way you can, how do you know she's still using? How do you know they're still using? Are there any police records of the domestic violence? Do they ever call on each other? Or maybe you can interview the neighbors if they hear a lot of screaming, or things like that. You got to be proactive and do your research. But you might be opening a can of worms for full custody too, and then they might go for full custody. Why do they want full custody, please? They probably do because they're the parents. Like I can understand them, that they keep their relationship hidden. So they're still together. Wow, you got a lot of stuff going on. So does your son and girlfriend, they don't live together? Because this is the thing for their case, because mom, do they have a court order to stay apart? They don't live together. Oh, so for the stability of the child, why are they apart? Is it one a felon, one's not? So they sleep together. Okay. They fight together. Yeah. I'm sure it's exacerbated by, the addictions and things like that. Selenia says, I wish I'd been left in care, honestly. So which care do you mean? What type of care, Selenium? Tracy says, because they would never get custody together. What, does one have a felony or something, or what's up with the one? What's up with your son? And Selenium, I think, is asking why they want. Oh, so the domestic violence. Are they court ordered to stay apart? Because if they're already breaking rules, you can even just go to like their character of the instability and not willing to follow court orders, and kind of being shady and sneaking behind and doing whatever it is that they want. That are they really going to have the best interest of the child? And are there finances? Are they a decent? Not in this order. Okay. So they're allowed to be together, but they're not. So they don't have like necessarily the most stable. Does your son see the grandchild? So you were in foster care. Okay. Selenium. So you had a bad upbringing and you wish you stayed in foster care. I know there's a lot of times it's not always the parents that had the best. I'm sorry you went through that. That's hard, but sometimes it is better. Did you go back to your parents? Is what happened, Selenium? Tracy says, definitely a scary situation. My mom fought to get me back. So how did Selenium? You can kind of help Tracy too. And your mom did get you back? Tracy says, well, mom lets him because they fight. Definitely a scary situation. Gosh, and Selenium was abused and etc. I get it. There's so much damage that can be done. If there's a way, Tracy, that you can prove the continued drug use, the domestic violence, has the grandchild seen the domestic violence? Would they be able to testify? And when I say testify, they kind of interview the child. A lot of times they will not do it. Almost all the time they will not do it in front of the parents. It's just in like chambers. That way the child can open up and speak freely. So Selenium said she wanted me back because she saw me as hers. Yeah, sometimes it's just that. This is my baby. Well, you're not taking care of it. And it sounds like she got you back. Did she have any other children too, Selenium? Tracy says, my granddaughter was locked in a room for 22 months until we got her. Yep, exactly. So that was when she was what? Like 2 years. So basically from birth till 22 months, she just was in like the bedroom in a crib, and they only did she have any like severe rashes? Vestal says Facebook. Is Facebook not working, Vestal? What's up with Facebook? I'm not having luck. Tell me if Facebook's working. It should be. Tracy says, no thought of the child. Yes, well, mommy slept. And mommy slept because of what she was doing. Check it. It's on. Why isn't it working? It says comments will appear here. Vestal, it's not working? What is going on? Oh, I'll relog in. I don't know. I'm having all these problems with these phones. I'm re-logging in on Facebook. Oh, you haven't checked? I just logged off. Oh, dang it. All right, I'll re-log in. Another addict looked after her on occasion. I don't know. It depends on how she's living her life now. If she's going to be seen as trustworthy. But the fact that she's still having 50-50 custody, I think you're going to be the stability in the child's life. And you said you're waiting on a trial. Do you know approximately, are they giving you some projected amount of time on when that will be? Not at all trustworthy. So you're going to want school records, seeing if she's helping out with the homework, or if she's, October 4th. I would talk to the school. If, let's say, mom has her on certain days, is the child either dressed or prepared or more agitated on those days? Is she sleepy on those days? Personality has to be healthy enough. I agree. Mood stability. You're right, Vestal. So Tracy, that's going to help you. That is going to help you that, where you can show that, how do you feel about full custody? Are you wanting that? Are you wanting the mom to be involved? Because this could open a whole box of worms. Vestal says some personality disorders are not much of a problem. No, yeah. But that might be tough. Yeah. So both of you got to kind of watch what we're opening up. Is there any way to talk to her? Yeah, she's probably still going to want to go for full custody. And I don't know. Talk to your attorney. Maybe your attorney can talk to her attorney and we can touch base again. This is what I would do is I would have my attorney touch base with her attorney and, let them know, look, we know she's still an addict or unstable. And, just say, are you sure you want to open up that, to where she's going to have to be drug tested, personality tested, living situation, and really getting deep down into it. What's your gut saying? Is your gut saying that you'll have custody? Or is your gut saying that you're at high risk? We are just will to keep watch. We have one. Okay, so you have an attorney, which is good. What is your attorney saying about it? Yeah, sometimes you got to wait to see what happens. Maybe 50-50. I'm kind of thinking they might keep it that way. I don't think they're going to want to. Yeah, just be as prepared as possible. So you still have a month to get deeper into it. Exactly. I know it depends on the judge. Hate to say it, it does. Do you have a male or female judge? I mean, male or female judge, do you know? And is your attorney male or female? Vestal says, for example, personality disorders such as avoidant personality disorder are not as bad as, antisocial personality disorder. Tell you what, they both do severe damage. And depends on, to the extreme. Okay, so you have an older male judge and a female lawyer. Okay, and does she have a female lawyer? Male, okay. It's good that he's older. I hate to say it. I think it's good that he's older. He's going to be a little older and wiser and sick of the he said, she said. Female, okay, yeah. A lot of times too, you get that maternal type. I think it's good that he's older. I like that. I like that for your case. I'm 54 and, looking at the difference as people, society has changed over time. We'll put it that way. Don't you have a family court that decides? So it will go through a trial, most likely, if they can't settle out of court. Have you guys done depositions where you guys kind of interview each other, get as much information as possible? I would do that discovery deposition, and you got 1 month. Have you guys done a deposition? That can be really important to fact find. They're going to interview you too. They're going to ask anything and everything, but any type of evidence, any type of paperwork, definitely, see what you can get from the school. Since you have 50-50 custody right now, I'm assuming that you have access to school records and that you're allowed to have a meeting with the teacher. You might want to ask the teacher, how do you feel about this? And maybe they could be a character witness. And I know as a teacher, we're legally mandated. We are mandated. We must report any signs of abuse. We have to. We can go to jail if we don't do that. Vestal says, often what percentage of cluster C personality disorders go to prison? So I do more on cluster B. There's like 33% of the population have been involved. But I need a notepad. I will do that, Vestal. I will double check that. I don't want to give you the wrong number, but I think cluster B would be higher. So Selenium says, in my opinion, you will keep your granddaughter. You got a good chance. You do have a good chance, but it cannot just be he said, she said. It has to be backed by evidence. And you can get the evidence from her through the deposition, your son through a deposition. Ask your attorney if they want to bring in the neighbors and all that stuff. Are there, illegal activity coming and going, or, get their work history over the last 8 years. Are there certain patterns that you see? I'd like to get a drug test. She hasn't tested in a year. I don't know if you can get that court ordered. Are there any criminal things that have happened in the last 8 years? Also, what their background is. Does she bring new men around? What are they like? Tracy says, we have access to everything. Teachers don't like to get involved in court. Yep, but if they get subpoenaed to court, they still make $15 or $7 or wherever you are. It depends, but subpoenas they can bring them in. Selenium said, and you're in Canada. I'm not in Canada, but maybe subpoena them. Selenium says in England, they recommend mediation. If that fails, the court decides. It's always best to do the mediation to where you guys can try to work something out. I would agree with that. Instead of having the courts decide, you guys have a better chance of deciding what's best for the kid, as opposed to some Joe Schmo who's supposedly smart, but talks to you for 4 hours and like, this is what's forever is like. Tracy says, child recently told us she's left in the car while mommy goes to, ooh. That's good though. The kid's talking. That's terrible that happens. I would teach that kid if that happens, or honk the horn. But I don't know if she gets beat. So you got to definitely unroll the window. And then that's what sucks about today's cars. Like when I was growing up, you could unroll your window. Now they're electrical. That can be dangerous. Tracy says she now knows everything about gummies, drinks, vape, chips. I don't even know about chips. Are those potato chips that are laced, or like, I don't even know what chips are. Gummies, has she ever eaten those? Like accidentally come across them, thought they were candy. The child's great. So I like that she's talking. Yeah, the kid's going to talk. The kid's going to talk. And is it a girl? Girls love to talk. I'm glad she's a girl. What's best for the child in this case is to be left where she is. I know me either. I had no clue. Tracy says that's my worry. And driving. Yep. Yeah, because we have signs all over, like even drinking or driving on cannabis is considered operating under the influence. So I'm kind of glad she's a girl. Girls will show their emotions more, whether she cries or like she's not going to put up a tough act. I mean, I don't know your granddaughter, of course, but I like that she's a girl. I like that he's an older man, and I like that she's talking. We love her more than anything. I could tell. I could tell she's really on your mind. Try not to do anything like coercive. Not that you would, but sometimes it's kind of like when I was going through a custody battle, I was so mad at my mom. My ex got a cat and was kind of like, trying to entice our daughter. And I'm like, we're not doing that, And then my mom got a cat. I'm like, no, it's not. It's kind of like bribing the kid. And I was like, oh, like, don't do that. Don't do certain little things like, as long as you can stay here, we can get that swing set, it's just advice. Not that you don't already know that, but I know sometimes it's tempting, like, would you rather stay here? And sometimes they can think it as coercion and stuff. But has your granddaughter been in the therapy? Sometimes you can bring that therapist in. You say, no, we respect her ability to see everyone. Salam says, oftentimes it's about winning only. Yeah, if somebody wants their kid, sometimes it's, yeah. Some people just want their kid. It's just my kid. Will you research dependent personality disorder? Yes, I will. Yes, I will. And I'll make a video for that. But now, how you say we respect her ability to see everyone. that's kind-hearted, but we also have to realize, is this in the child's safety? For the most part, we don't want to take a child away from the parent, but drugs and abuse and all that only at school. Okay, so she's talking to somebody at school, which is good. We are suggesting psychological help. So there are things that are in your control. And when you're saying psychological help for the mother, and is dad going for, does dad have any rights to the kid? Because sometimes they can just cut dad off too. Has dad been paying child support? Is the mother financially stable? And Selenia says it's sad. Yeah, it's sad when people know the child, help for the child. Okay. So that you can kind of have some control on. I know all that stuff starts costing money, but depending on what your situation is, maybe you have a 50-50 split on the medical. I don't know what your agreement was, but maybe you could adjust that to where the mother is responsible for 50% of it, or 30-70, however it works. Selenium says, really nice to meet you, Soul Survivor. Bye for now. I hope to see you again. Thank you so much. And thank you for sharing your story. I'd like to hear more about it, hopefully soon, if you're up to talking about it. But thanks for joining, and thank you for the sub. So guys, I'm going to go try to figure this out, and I will try to log in about 20-25 minutes, if that's okay. But yeah, we will talk more about that and see what your attorney says too on getting as much evidence, the psychological. So yes, definitely praying for you, but there's some good stuff. I have good feelings. I have good feelings because the kid's talking. I told you she's female. You got a male older judge. There's some strikes against mom. You've been consistent. And yeah, Vestal says, I want perfect mental health. And we will talk about that. We're going to get into that because it can happen. It can happen. I know you're struggling, Vestal, but we will talk about that. I'll see you guys soon. So you can stay up late. There you go. I'll be back soon. Bye, guys. I'm going to stay up late too.